Welcome back to Lodge Life. This is a series of videos based on my life working in the Great Bay Rainforest at a private wilderness lodge called Good Hope Cannery in Rivers Inlet, British Columbia, Canada. This morning, Ted, Dwayne, Kev, and Pete and I are heading out with the Salo family. We're going to check out Addenbroke Lighthouse and maybe some other adventures. So come along with us and I hope you enjoy. We've all got our rain gear on today and we're ready for a West Coast adventure. For some of us, it'll be our first time visiting Addenbroke Lighthouse, and some, like Jon and Jenny, lived there over 60 years ago. I've barely left the cannery since arriving back from my days off, and I'm so excited to see something new and enjoy the beautiful scenery along the way. I just love the misty mountains. We're heading past Dawson's Landing and down Darby Channel. And we saw a humpback whale when we entered Fitz Hugh Sound. And before long, we were at Addenbroke Lighthouse. We all took turns climbing onto the 19-footer to get us onto the rocks, as there's no dock here. We carefully climbed up the slippery rocks and made our way up to meet Tim, who is one of the lighthouse keepers. It was so wet and rainy, which made all the slugs come out of hiding. The guys fished nearby while we started our tour. Jon wanted to see how everything worked, of course. Then we made our way up to the helicopter pad. As there are no power lines here, places like this rely on generators for power, which require a lot of diesel to run them. Jon told a lot of stories, like,
on the big hill on the road at Addenbroke, it was a plank road, and it used to get snow and ice on it in the winter, and we would slide down it on a sled. But the road ended at the wharf down at the bottom, and if you didn't manage to get stopped in time, you had in danger of going off the end of the wharf about 18 or 20 feet down to the rocks. So we used to pile 3 kids on top of that toboggan to get lots of weight and get it really moving. And then when you got close to the bottom, everybody had to bail off. And my brother and another kid who was a little bit older than him, they didn't bail off in time once. And there was a nice wooden rowboat at the end of the wharf that belonged to my dad. And they smacked into the rowboat so hard that they knocked it off the wharf. And it fell down on the beach and was badly busted up, and my dad was not impressed.
Jon's parents moved him and his siblings here in the fall of 1962, and that's when he met Jenny. Her family lived here before moving to another lighthouse. Jon talked about the difficulties of living so remotely as a child, and one of them was being sent away for school, only coming home for summer and Christmas break. What are you gonna name it?
Sluggy. Is it Sluggy or is it something else?
Sticky.
Snicky? Sneaky slug. What's a sneaky slug?
Sticky. Who wants to see my new pet?
There are so many salal berries surrounding the property, and there's some veggies growing in the garden beds. Caution tape up to help keep the animals away. Were these buildings all the same when you were here? These are all new.
That building was here when it was built when we were here, and that was where the fog engines and the fog horns and everything were in that. That building was here when we came here, but it was new then. And the foundation that's there, that was the original building. And it was a combination house and the light tower was on top of the house.
Oh,
It
okay.
was part of it.
After hanging out for about an hour, the family gathered for some photos in front of the one house that still remains from when they lived here.
Not do terrible things to us in the photo.
Then we gave the guys the signal and headed back to the boats. Okay, good. Oh! Okay.
Now boarding Ted's crew! Go on.
I'm afraid you can't.
Yeah, I know.
You want to see me drive?
What an awesome family to spend the day with.
Where you going?
Later.
We're marooned, you guys.
Thanks.
We'll take it. Yeah, you could run it over if you want. Sure.
Now we're heading across the strait to Hakai, where there's a lodge and an institute, which is part of the Canadian Research Organization. Their work is aimed to understand the relationships between terrestrial, freshwater, and the marine ecosystem.
A couple more boats coming, but a couple of us are gonna get a bunch of people gonna go to the beach.
Excellent. Just for the day?
We're going fishing.
Absolutely. Oh, these nasturtiums. Oh my gosh. That's all edible. That's all edible. This is edible. I love learning about all the plants that you can eat, but the thimbleberries are definitely my favorite. We strolled through the thick forest for about 15 minutes before arriving at West Beach, where it was time to explore and relax.
Website, there used to be a few videos that he made with our group of friends.
Peter and I both really like rocks, so we headed over to the south end of the beach to see some of the cool formations.
Rocks are really cool. Really cool rock formations.
So cool. What's your plan? It's just so beautiful, and you never get tired of the crashing waves. We gathered back together for some drinks and lunch, and then packed up and headed back. Before returning to the cannery, we made a little stop at Fin Bay Lodge. They've got such a cozy and relaxed atmosphere here. Mick, Johanna, and the staff were so friendly and welcoming. Some of these cabins are big enough to house 9 people and are fully equipped with everything you need to fish. After a nice little tour, we said goodbye and headed for home. Up Darby Channel, through the misty mountains, past Dawson's Landing, through the rain, and back to the cannery. Our dockhand Ken is waiting with the blue fish totes. Well, we're back in the kitchen and it's been 3 weeks already since the Salos have been here and they've sent us more produce. Check this out. These are beautiful boxes of produce from their garden. We've got here, this looks like beet greens or turnip. Little teeny tiny turnips. These beautiful carrots. Wow, I can't wait to munch on those. What do we have in here? Oh, beautiful, more garlic. So excited about that. Such strong garlic. And this, I believe, is rhubarb, which they've tied up in some rhubarb leaves. That's really cute. Let's see. Let's see if we can... Oh yeah, there it is. Wow, so beautiful. And some beets with the chard. What a wonderful gift to receive. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you. So I'm gonna deal with that in a couple days. For now, we've got a bunch of tomatoes. We got an order in from the barge, and some of our tomatoes are starting to go soft and not really good for slicing. So we're gonna go through them and make some tomato sauce. Once the sauce is blended, you'll want 2 spoons, one for tasting and one for scooping. It needs salt and pepper, something sweet, and a little more acid just for extra flavor. Done. Tomato sauce is done. Raymond's cleaning the floor. That's so nice. Good, nice fun. Done. Thank you all so much for joining me on this episode of Lodge Life and our mini adventure with the Salo family to Addenbroke. If you have any questions or any info about Addenbroke, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I want to give a special thank you to all my channel members. Your support and your continued love means so much to me, so thank you all so much. And next time on Lodge Life, we're going to get a bit of a different view. I've given Peter, one of our fish guides, a camera, and he's been filming his adventures out on the water. So be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with new videos, including that one that's going to be coming out soon. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care until next time.